Welcome, Baltz families, to this week's Sunday Storytime. Get ready to mark your calendars with this week's news and coming events, which will be followed by a news story for the week. Can't wait to find out what it is. And the final segment will be our Mindful Minute with Mrs. Papa. Stay tuned. In this week's events at Baltz, remember, students are off this Tuesday, June 2nd for Teacher Grading Day.
No hay clases para los estudiantes el martes 2 de junio.
This is going to be the last week of the school year for packets. Pickup is happening as usual at the meal sites on Tuesday.
El martes 2 de junio es la última semana para la recolección de paquetes en los sitios de comida.
Our virtual Move Up 5th grade video will be released on June 5th at 5:30. There are more details to come.
La ceremonia virtual de graduación de quinto grado. El video se lanzará el 5 de junio de 2020 a las 5:30 p.m. en la mayoría de las plataformas de redes sociales. Reúnen con la familia y disfruten el video.
Family Pickup and Drop-Off Day is June 9th. Please see the schedule for when your family should arrive.
El día de recogida entrega para familias es el 9 de junio del año 2020. Verifiquen su email para más información.
The last student day of the year is June 10th.
El último día escolar del estudiante será el 10 de junio.
Welcome, Baltz families, to another episode of Sunday Storytime. My name is Mrs. Klink, and I'm a 5th grade teacher. Tonight I'll be reading Giraffes Can't Dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to turn around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze." So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing, yes, I'm dancing, I am dancing," Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." Thank you for watching and tune in next week for another episode of Sunday Storytime. Have a great week.
Hey guys, it's Miss Persani. We here at Baltz hope you are enjoying our weekly Sunday Storytime episodes as much as we are. We are having a blast reading to you and your families. We would love to see how you and your families watch us. Do you snuggle in bed with your iPad or iPhone? Do you watch it on your TVs and huddle all up on the couch? Send us your pictures to air on future upcoming episodes of Sunday Storytime. Also, do you have any favorite stories or favorite mindful minute techniques that you have heard or tried? Email us and let us know at baltzsundaystorytime@gmail.com and tell us about it. We can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you rock.
Good evening, Baltz community. Tonight we're going to be talking about another one of Kelso's choices, sharing and taking turns. There are so many things that you have to share at school. You have to share all of your classroom materials like crayons and markers and colored pencils and your scissors and your books. You even have to share your teacher, and you have to share your friends as well. You also have to wait sometimes for your turn. You can't always be the one to be first. It's not always easy to share and take turns, but sharing and taking turns can solve many small problems at school. Let's take a look at these two classmates sharing and taking turns to solve a small problem.
Ugh, my pencil broke. Do you have a pencil, Alex? Yes, here you go. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, that's done. Now I just need someone to help me take this folder down to the office. Boys, would one of you be willing to run this folder down to Miss O'Neill? Oh, you're both such great helpers. I don't know who to choose.
Hey, Miss Papa, you should choose Alex because I took it to the office yesterday.
That's right. Quentin, thanks for helping us solve that small problem by remembering that it's important to take turns at school.
You're very welcome.
Here you go, Alex. Didn't they do a great job? Remember, sharing and taking turns can solve many small problems here at school. Remember to use this strategy this week.
Hey guys, it's Miss Persani. Don't forget to like and share this video, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you rock. In 5, 4, 3.
Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and thin. Oh, I gotta stop again. Sorry, I said thin. His hooves had started. Nah, stop. Okay. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up. Put that in there. Okay, sorry. Oh my god. I'm a mess. What does this look like before? Tune in next week for another episode of Storytime. Sunday Storytime. Darn it. Start it again. Ready?